going on, guys? Family Agent here on another episode of Real Estate and Sneakers. Two of my favorite things that I love to talk about. Fresh off a vacation, just got back from Miami. Had to go down there for a couple of days and work on my tan. But today we're going to be talking about the Jordan 1 white and gold, as you can see. This is one that brand Jordan dropped for the ladies, but they made them in a size where I can actually grab a pair. I really like the color scheme of these, how the white and gold offsets each other. I like the gum bottom. So to me, it's a really dope shoe. Jordan 1s, I think, is a to me, it's a grown man shoe. It's a nice shoe that you can wear with a suit. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you do whatever you want to do with it. So for me, this is always going to be at the top of my list. You guys know I own a lot of ones, so very comfortable shoe to wear. So if you can put your hands on a pair, I would definitely suggest you do it. Has a nice cracked leather. So really nice shoe, and we are in the summer, so I think this is a good shoe for you to wear. As far as real estate is concerned, not much has changed with the interest rates. Interest rates right now for a 30-year mortgage is about 6.5, 6.75. So it's under 7%. So, like I said, if you can afford the payment, I would always suggest that you buy something instead of spending that same money that you're going to spend on rent, that you have no tax write-offs, you have no tax benefits from. For me, it's always better being a homeowner instead of just wasting that money every month. I mean, if you have the money to waste, you do what you feel you need to do. But if you ask my opinion, I'm always going to tell you it's always better to be a homeowner. If you own a house for a few years anyway, the appreciation that you'll see from that, I don't think that you'll see anywhere else. And this is actually an investment that you can hold on to. So, I think, like I said, now definitely is a great time to get in. I mean, there's not a lot of inventory, but like I said, if you can afford the payment, I'll definitely help you find something. And this guy sitting to my left will definitely help you find something as well. So without further ado, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Vinny Thompson.
Thanks.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? Good.
Good to have you. Thank you for making some time out of your day to sit down and chat with me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, sir. How you been? I mean, I saw you at a family reunion, and we've bumped into each other a whole bunch of times after that. So how have you been, and how's business?
So far, so great, man. I'm fresh off a listing appointment, so this kind of worked out.
Thank God.
Went a little weird, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Right. A lot of stuff changing in the industry.
That's why I wanted you and I to sit down and talk, because we've both been doing this for a while. How long you been doing it?
Actually, people think I've been doing a lot longer than I have. I started 2015 when I retired from the police department.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I bought and sold, had investment properties. I still bought my first investment property in 1997.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, just more on the investment landlord end, of things. So.
Was that the reason that you got into real estate?
So my story is, I've been saying it to the rooftop. I always wanted to do real estate since 1991, maybe 2 or 3 years after high school.
Okay.
I went to college, and I got scared to pursue what I really want to do, which is this.
Okay.
I went to the police department. I know scared police department doesn't match, but
it really doesn't.
Story,
but okay,
just the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Police department first, and then real estate.
That's right. 1995 to 2015, and then real estate full time since 2015.
Wow. Okay. Nice. How was that transition for you?
It was big. People like to say, and they think they know the answer, go, well, so which one's harder, the police department or real estate? Hello, real estate, all day. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Just being an entrepreneur, taxes, your own boss, the hours involved. NYPD was a cake comparison, believe it or not.
Because you knew that regardless of whatever you did, at the end of every week or at the end of every 2 weeks, there was always a paycheck there to get.
So many variables, especially in a place like New York, right? We just got of a 100 mark of selling 100 houses, right?
Congrats.
And thank you. It's got to be in door gears. Family, you've been in business in a normal market. How many thousands of homes would be down south?
That's true. Yeah.
Just trying to get to the table and all the characters involved. And I explained to
all
my
the moving pieces.
All out of state, not one, not two, but 3 attorneys here in New York.
Right.
It's madness.
It's madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And you're still here standing.
I'm still here, man.
By the grace of God.
Still here. Blessings.
Nice. So, like you said, with all the changes that are going on now, where do you see, I guess, real estate, or where do you see the market going in the next 6 months to a year?
Yeah, so nobody has a crystal ball, right? But people are going to transact, right? If they don't want to feel good or feel bad, go to the MLS and see how many things went under contract and actually got sold, right?
Right.
So in a place like New York, unlike other places where they say, oh, every 7 to 10 years, my clients in their houses, you too, can be 30, 40, 50 years, right? They're much older, so either they're downsizing or they must leave,
right.
Or they're going to go move with family out of state. So I don't see much changes. If you can, get a hold of people that must transact and want to transact, I see the market just going up, honestly. And low inventory, what are you going to do? People have to live somewhere.
People have to live somewhere.
Sure.
And the price is going to continue to go up.
I don't see it going lower.
I try to tell people that all the time. I mean, you and I, we talk to buyers and sellers all the time, and every single day pretty much. And you have the ones that are saying that they're waiting for the market to crash or they're waiting for the prices to come down.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't add up with the advent of the 40-year mortgage. People having so much equity. Nobody sees that. Strong down payments. This is not 2008 style. You don't know for sure, but with so many fail-safes in place, I don't know. But even during the down market, you still gotta live somewhere.
It's true.
Right?
It's true. I try to tell people that all the time, and I think, like you said, with everything that happened in 2008, all the changes that were made so that we don't go back into that same market, some of the things that happened back then, I don't see, like you said, I don't see half that stuff happening now.
True.
Yeah. And your background, I guess before you worked at the police department, what were you doing?
I had a million jobs.
Okay.
Before that, I was a housing cadet.
Well, wait, what's your background? Your family's background is what?
It's Southern.
Okay.
Actually, a lot of people
I thought it was Caribbean.
I hear it all the time, and people want to hold me to task. No, you're Trini. No, you're Jamaican. I'm like, just regular American from the South. My father's from Brooklyn.
I would have thought Jamaican.
Florida. Yeah, I hear it all the time, and I'm sure growing up in New York and especially in Queens, right? You pick up accents from your friends. You're growing up Haitian, Trini, Jamaicans, everybody. You know, so I'm sure it's there. I don't hear it, but I'm told it's there.
Right. And you said your father's from Brooklyn?
From Brooklyn.
That's probably that's where the connection is, because I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
What part of Brooklyn is you from?
I think Brownsville and a lot of Harlem.
Okay.
Yeah, St. Nicholas Projects. So,
okay. Yeah, that's like two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
From Brooklyn to Harlem. Yeah. Wow. And your mom?
Mom from Florida and Queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely thought Caribbean.
Yeah, I know. I hear it all the time.
Wow. Okay.
Listen, man.
You learn something new every day, folks.
Listen, I'll be from wherever you want me to be. Make you feel comfortable. I'm from there too, right?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Nice. Yeah. Okay. And on your team, how many people do you have that work on your team, Vin?
So right now, I'm heavy admin, which I think is good. So right now, it's me, obviously. It's my wife, who's my admin.
Okay.
So she's like answering the phones, doing the transactions, dealing with the tenants. And then I have 2 virtual assistants. I had 3. I'm down to 2 now.
Okay.
And then I get help from the PC program, the productivity coaching program, when it comes to people like doing some showings and doing some other stuff, some running around for me. So.
Nice. At your, I guess at your busiest, the people that you have that's working with you now, you've had the same staff, or was it bigger?
So I had team members, some were permanent, some were part-time, and you know this business, man. It looks glamorous, it looks financially freeing, but the amount of time you have to put into it, and people want you there, that's
the problem. And you can't duplicate yourself and put yourself in so many different places.
And just to get your time back, I'm really 90% listings, 10% buyers. This way I can control my time, right? Because once I have the listing, I can control that.
It's true.
If I was doing a whole lot more buys, I need a bigger team.
You need a bigger team.
But now you're talking about training and who's here. New York takes like 3-4 months to close.
Right.
It's rough, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. When you first got into the business, was it always the same as far as the amount of buyers, your listing side and your buyer side, or was it flipped because you had no business at that point?
So we all have to create a niche market in what you want to do. I think you have to be a little more patient as a buyer's agent, and a little more nurturing. I'm more give me the drama, right?
Okay.
You know, give me the short sale with issues, give me the probate, give me the tenants that are fighting. These are where I thrive at. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the shite and I'm ready to go, you know? So
But
for listings, I just like the listings to get the control.
Nice. But I think, I guess you're part of it, like you said, from the tenant aspect of it. You being a landlord, that makes it, I guess, easy for you to be able to handle that part of
Sure.
that part of the business.
Sure, or people fighting, because many times, you know, I think a lot of landlords mean well in New York, but they're not running it like a true business, right? They're running with their heart. It feels good, so maybe don't have the right match, a person inside the house.
Right.
And when I come into the mix, all right, you're fighting, I'm here for the house. If the tenants can get what they want, which is some understanding, maybe a place to move on to the next level, the landlord has to understand that too, and maybe come out of their feelings about a business transaction, right?
So you're almost, I guess, you're approaching it almost from a mediator standpoint, in a sense.
Big time. From divorces to probate to whatever, right? You know, all those issues that we have in New York, to title issues, beautiful building department, you already know.
Okay. So, you know, the fact that you've been in the business over 10 years, right now, you know, you're hearing a lot of different things, like you said, because we do have a lot of changes that are going to be taking effect, and you have a lot of people who are saying that 2024 is a rough year so far, and last year was a bad year. What do you say to those people? And I guess from your experience or what you've been dealing with, would you agree, or for you, it's been completely different?
So for me personally, 2023 was decent. 2024 is going to pan out to be my best year.
Nice.
So far, so good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm probably going to break some records in 2024, but it's always what's your value proposition, right? What's your unique value proposition?
Right.
When your clients has issues, do you have the attorneys that can help them? Do you have the expediters? Do you sometimes say, hey, Ms. Jones, we got to go to the building department to kind of get this done, knowing that they respond more to the seller in person than to just a regular
attorney,
right? So if you're willing to show value and hopefully do more than just take out your iPhone and take a picture, you know, and just throw 2 or 3 up online, you're really willing to help them, right? Give them some good videos, give them some marketings, maybe some digital decluttering. Maybe you put some sweat equity in. You help the lady, you know, get the house ready.
Declutter, right.
You know, those small things, realtors would find some value in and show you really care for the commissions that we get.
Well, I think, you know, they can always definitely tell. You know, anybody that talks to you can tell you're, based on your mannerism, is just the way that you project and just the way that you come across, you know, that you're someone that actually cares. It's not just for that paycheck, and it's not just for, let me try to get that deal done so I can move on to the next. And, you know, I think when you carry your business that way, it comes across.
True.
And it also makes those same sellers want to refer other people to you.
That's the key.
Which with this crazy business that we're in, it's really about the referrals, right?
It always is, always is. Mm-hmm. Because that referred trust, right? I'm taking what you think about me, I'm borrowing some of that, and now I have to put that into action, right? So like 60% there with a referral.
Right.
So.
No, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing in itself. And we were talking off air about our kids being in the business. How do you see that for someone that's been doing it, you know, for almost 20 years, and kind of having to revert back 20 years when you have someone younger or someone that's, you know, one of your kids working with you or coming into the business?
So that's one thing you fear as an agent. You maybe think they'd want to give it a try, right? But once again, you don't want to force them. Now, legacy agents have told me, let them go get a job and then they come back, right? Because we know the beauty of the business and how you can really help people.
Right.
So my son, he just came home from college and he was going to get a job. That didn't work out. And then another job he's going to get. I'm like, well, why don't you think about getting your license? So I said, you know, it's a tax write-off. You know, you might as well work with me, start doing some gopher work, and he's in the process of taking the test right now.
Okay.
So I think he'll like the business. What he's going to do with it, I'm not sure.
You're not sure, right.
But at least he gets a bird's eye view into it, because he's going to have to deal with, you know, the rental properties that we have and other stuff. So get an inside track, and I can show him the business.
The business,
you know,
the right way.
Right. And my daughter said she wanted to be a realtor. You know, I think I'm being bamboozled, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. She says it.
Right.
We'll see.
You know what's funny about the kids, I think, especially, our kids, they see everything that we go through.
Right.
They don't want to go through all those things. They just want the end result.
Right. Right. And you never can tell when you plant those seeds how they're going to germinate.
It's true.
So we'll see.
We just, as parents, I think, we try to do the best that we can to try to show them the way and try to guide them properly. And like you said, however it ends up or whatever they end up doing with it,
Right.
that's entirely up to them.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. What, for you, I guess, where do you see yourself in the next 2 or 3 years in regard to real estate?
I think in 2 or 3 years, I'll be done with going out trying to get the business because I'm now more referral based, which depending how you run your business and you keep in touch with your clients,
Right.
which I'm really good with that because
Nice.
the VA's helped me, keep in touch with our past clients.
Nice.
I'll probably be all referrals, all listings, and for those buyers that want to come along for the ride, great. I see me more semi-retired, not so much in the forefront, and having help service the business that I have.
They can more be the face of it. I mean, you're the face, but
That's
they
correct.
kind of still have to work and operate with your cause and your values
That's right.
for them to even be hanging around with Vinny
That's right.
Thompson.
That's right. Good. God willing, my son will be done by that time. My daughter will be finishing college, so it's all focused around the kids and like what becomes like you and wifey time. It's like, all right, done with those kids. Now what? What's the next chapter?
Yeah, because you dedicated 20 years at NYPD.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next phase and to the next phase
Yeah.
and okay.
I just want to go on vacation often, like Femi. Be in different countries, be in Miami, drive something nice, man.
Miami is
just
local.
what I want to do.
It's local.
Not your
Not
Miami.
like you, that's out of the country.
Not your Miami, man. Your Miami's different, man.
I mean, listen, we work hard so that we can be able to enjoy some of the
Of
fruits
course.
of our labor.
Of
If we
course.
can't enjoy it, what is the point of
That is correct, sir.
what we're doing every day?
That is correct.
That's really what it's all about. And like you said, for us, it's about doing right by the people that we come across. And the referral may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but when you least expect it, when you've done right by that person, that phone is always going to ring.
That's right.
So, that's what I try to tell, a lot of you guys that are new in the business that are looking for that instant gratification. It really doesn't exist. You hear Vin talking, he's been in the business, we're talking almost 15 years and, you have to put in the blood, sweat, and tears in the beginning. You have to plant your seeds and do right by people. Try to deal with one buyer or one seller at a time. And if you do right by that person, they're always going to refer business to you when you least expect it. So that's the name of the business, folks. Just if you guys take nothing else from this conversation, always try to take that. I wanted to ask you about, I don't know if we should even touch on it. I was going to ask you about this whole NAR thing. I guess your thoughts and your take on it.
So there's a lot of noise in the business, and I made a post that was really heartfelt. I hope I said it the right way. I said it's time to turn down the noise and turn up the value. Right?
Thank you.
Business is always going to be what someone's willing to pay for your services and how do I compare to yours versus mine.
Right.
So service your clients at a high level, and I think they will return it no matter what, right? There's people that'll pay $500 for a Gucci belt, right? So, are you the Gucci belt? I don't know. Regardless of what's going on with these lawsuits, it's a matter of, are you servicing your clients at a high level? Do they see value in it?
Do they see value in what you're bringing to the table?
Right. So,
Just like Vince said, and I've made a post about it too, it's a lot of noise. Try to concentrate on your business. Try to concentrate on being someone that brings some sort of value to the table. Try to be someone that operates with a level of integrity to make that buyer or that seller want to deal with you. And I think as long as you can do that, I think you'll be okay. Yes, there's situations that come across and, you may have to make some slight adjustments, but you shouldn't approach every transaction like that. When you approach every conversation and every transaction like that, then that's a whole nother conversation that I don't even want to get into. And Vin, for you, with the you being a landlord, do you see yourself delving more into that market, or you're kind of not, I wouldn't say done with it, but
Yeah, I think like most landlords, is the landlording and dealing with the people is okay.
it's a lot.
Yeah, but it's the maintenance and the grind of the maintenance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that back and forth, and kind of understanding, especially being a landlord in New York, you know you're not in charge. If you know that, you'll be fine with it.
That's true.
You know, like the level of service you have to bring to a New York tenant, different than anywhere else in the state.
Any other state.
It's totally different. You know, I remember when I worked overseas, I had a chance to work overseas with NYPD, and the area we were in was like a rough area. They'd just come out of a war. And my landlord, he liked us. He says, come over. He got drunk. He says, no, I want to show you something. So we go into his basement. He had Kalashnikov rifles, bombs, grenades.
Really?
He says, we like you guys. He says, nothing's going to happen to you. You're going to be all right. We knew who was in charge. The town was in charge. We were guests. So when you know who's in charge, you'll be all right. Who's in charge? The tenants are in charge.
Tenants are in charge.
Understand that at your core, and you'll be fine.
Which is a good approach, a good way to look at things, right?
That's what it
Once
is.
you understand that, you can kind of
It's what it is, right? So what they don't know, they'll find out. So you have to bring that certain level of service, just like in your real estate business. Same thing with the tenants, which you should do anyway.
Right.
Just in New York, you know.
But for you, when you first got into real estate, because you had just come out of NYPD, how was your, what is the word I'm looking for?
Transition.
The transition of like how you dealt with people.
So in my future podcast, I make lots of parallels to NYPD and real estate.
Right.
So when I retired from NYPD, I was a first grade detective, doing all kind of work out there.
And you were a
in the field,
detective.
and
Oh
detective.
yeah, you were in the streets.
So I went
Heavy.
from, that's right. So I went from being the man to the rookie very quickly.
Right.
And I understood that.
Right.
So it's kind of like put the ego aside, time to do the work. And it's confusing. It's tough. You know, you're not doing a deal maybe 6 to 9 months, maybe a year of just putting that work.
Well, you're grinded in the beginning because you got
grinded.
nothing going on.
You got nothing going on. You got more time than business.
Right.
Right? So you're with one brokerage, maybe you're learning, maybe you're not, maybe it's you, maybe it's that, maybe it's a combination of the two.
Right.
But you got to put that work in, make those calls, knock on those doors, get rejected, turn that no upside down, and just keep going. Maybe get with a mentor or a coaching program, somebody to help get you through, because I like to make the comparison to be an agent is 77 hours, I think now.
Yeah.
To do here is 300. To be a soldier is, 3 months?
Right.
To be a cop is 6. What's missing with being a realtor in success? With an 80% dropout rate the first 2 years?
First year, 2 years.
Training.
Right.
Training. So you need training. You need a mentor to show you how. No different than I got better at landlording when I had mentors around me. Same thing in real estate. I have a full-time coach. I go to every program they got, from mega camp, baby mega camp. I go to Elevate now. I go to everything to get more training information and speaking with other realtors.
Nice.
It goes a long way.
Right.
So whereas at 43 at the time, 44, just getting started, people thought because at that age I knew what I was talking about, but I had no idea. I just was like,
Well, you were in a
heartfelt
different
that I
field
cared
now.
about it. That's correct.
So you knew everything about NYPD.
That's right.
But now we're talking real estate. It's a
Right.
different realm. It's a different, something that's out of your scope of what you dealt
That's
with
right.
on a daily basis. So you kind of had to put your student hat back on again
That's right.
to now go learn things again, just so that you can try to get through.
That's right. And I use a lot of my landlording experience to what the future could be, and my personal experience. Listen, I've been through a recession. I've been, had to, I see my mortgage double before.
Right.
I had to do a deed in lieu, a foreclosure. Client, there's nothing you've gone through that I haven't gone through
myself.
So, and you'll be okay.
And I try, for myself, I try to share those same experiences with, buyers and sellers that I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's watched, and you guys have seen the podcast that I've done, I tell people I got my license in April because I got into the business just so I could find the house. So I feel like I had the inside track.
Right.
So I got licensed in April, found the house in May, closed in July. Exactly a week after I closed on the house, on the following Thursday, I got laid off from work.
Wow.
So, this was July of 2002. Everybody said, your mortgage is not due till September. You have more than enough time now to sell the house. I'm like, You guys are
Wow.
thinking very short-minded.
Right.
For me, I didn't buy this house for me to sell it.
Right.
I got to try to figure things out now because I didn't buy this house to lose it.
Right.
So, you know, for both of us, you know, for us, it's about sharing your experiences to let them know, like you said, that you will be okay.
You'll be all right.
You'll be okay. You just have to, you got to stay the course.
Mm-hmm.
Stay the course.
That's it. That's the key, man.
Nice. Okay. How can people find you if they're looking to get a hold of you? How do you find Vinny Thompson?
I had somebody say, I was looking for your number. I said, if you look for my number, you're in trouble. Because I do way too much social media. I'm the middle-aged man that needs attention. So on all platforms, it's Ask Vinny Thompson, from Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook, AskVinnyThompson.com.
He keeps it nice and simple, folks. And you
That's it.
may also see him with a microphone.
Yeah.
I think he has a Go microphone that.
Yeah. That's old school.
when he's doing his thing. I've seen it, Vin. I've seen he has a Go microphone. You go by probably any key food, you'll see a van with his face on it.
That's it.
I've seen that too. So
I'm sorry, you will. I'm sorry.
you can find this guy anyway. You can always find him. And
good
very
or bad.
gracious and very very easy to talk to. You know, I've come up against him in presentations, and you know, for neither one of us, like, talking bad about another person it's not gonna get you further.
That's right.
You know, if I'm a landlord or I'm a seller and you need to talk bad about the next person to try to get the deal, you're somebody that I don't want to do any business with. I don't need to talk bad about this man. This man doesn't need to talk bad about me. For us,
right.
they said collaboration over competition, which is why the two of us are sitting here, and there's no egos, there's no nothing. We could just have a conversation with each other. There's a level of respect on both sides, and you may see us do this again. You may see me on his podcast.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely.
This is what we do, folks. If you guys are looking to buy, sell, if you're behind on a mortgage, you're not sure who to call, if you are looking to stay in the house, definitely give me a call. I can put you in contact with the right people. 917-337-3727. Family agent on all platforms. Shoot me a text, DM. Let's talk. Let's do some business. Have a great day. Stay safe.